So one thing I should mention is do not gamble. Gambling is just another form of addiction that honestly isn't fun. The same way kids vape nowadays, gambling's almost the same thing. So quick warning, YouTube, just to let you guys realize this, do not gamble. But let's say you did want to watch gambling, watch me gamble live on kick.com/Bubba and watch me gamble a lot of money. Like for example, here's me literally winning $300 from a blackjack table. Roll it.
10 earnings, 10 earnings, come on.
Come on, please, please.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my God.
No, this is where we win this shot. We're gonna win this. Come on, we gotta win this to make everything back that we lost, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Another 10,
12.
another 10.
Yes!
300 yeah! So if you guys did enjoy that clip and want to see more of it, just click the link down in the description below and watch me live on Kick. But other than that, like usual, welcome to another story and let's just jump straight into it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba and welcome back to another insane story. So like I said earlier, gambling was never my strong suit. But I will say this much, here in Canada, you have to be 19 years old to gamble. Unlike the United States, you have to be 21. But I remember when I was 19 years old one time, me and my friends decided to go gambling. We wanted to try it out because all of us got our paychecks and we thought it'd be fun to maybe just try it out, you know, put ourselves into a gambling situation. And if you guys are wondering why would you gamble and why would you even think of doing it, it's because I'm not gonna lie, we watched Trainwrecks, and if you guys don't know who Trainwrecks is, he's basically like a multi-millionaire in Vancouver, literally chilling and winning gambling sessions, making millions of dollars every day, or winning, I'm gonna put in quotations because I don't actually know what he's starting off with and what he's losing with. But going on, I remember we all wanted to gamble. We just wanted to do it to feel like Trainwrecks, you know, living like Larry. Isn't that the saying for it? So I remember basically me and my friends, we all decided to go that day. When we were going though, I remember we all decided to walk in there with just only starting $20. Now $20 doesn't seem like a lot of money. That is fair. But honestly, you never know what's gonna happen at a casino. Like I remember one time out of nowhere, one of my family members decided to go to a casino with $5 and walked out with $500. Yeah, I was eating good that night. So I remember all of us decided to go in there with $20. When we all went in there, I remember when I looked inside the casino, this was my first time going in there. So I didn't really know what to do. I saw a bunch of people sitting at tables. I saw a lot of, you know, old ladies sitting on slots. And honestly, it was kind of weird looking around, seeing how, you know, a casino works. Like, for example, when I would walk around the casino, I would realize that no one had a concept of time. Like, for example, when me and my friends were just walking around the slot machines, I remember there was a guy who walked up to us saying, "Hey man, do you have like the time on you?" I remember I pulled out my phone and quickly just told him the time. And when I told him it, he was freaking out because apparently he was late for a dinner that he was like 2 hours late for, which was mad insane. And that's when I realized that in casinos, they don't want you to keep track of time. They really just don't. It's magical and it's weird at the same time. Going on though, I remember basically when I was walking around with my friends, I ended up hopping on some slots and, you know, playing the casino games. I will say this much, it's really cool seeing a bunch of numbers go down the screen and stuff. Like the only times I've actually gambled was in Grand Theft Auto 5. So to think I'm doing this in real life is really cool, but sadly it's with real money. So obviously I'm gonna care more about how much I put in every slot. And then after a while, I remember me and my friends, we were just all like basically going around doing slot machines, and one of my friends actually ended up losing his $20, and you know, he ended up just saying, "All right bro, I'm just gonna go home." So he ended up leaving, and then there was 4 of us left, 4 of my friends that were still like, you know, hanging out with me. I remember my friends and I didn't really know what to do around the casino because we didn't want to lose all our money like our friend earlier did. So I remember what we decided to do was try out blackjack. If you guys don't know what blackjack is, basically your goal is to get the number 21 from a deck of cards and basically get 2 cards that lead up to 21, or you have to keep hitting to get more cards to make it to the number 21. If you get over 21, you lose all your money, but if you get 21, then you win. If you get anything less, then you have to hope the dealer doesn't get 21 because then you lose. That's like the fastest way I can explain it, but that is really it. Anyways, going on, I remember basically me and my friends, we all sat at the same blackjack table. We were all sitting, we were playing, and I remember I went from having $20 to having 40 because I was kind of shocked about how I was betting 10s and actually making money. And I remember one time I decided to say, you know what, might as well just make the night go crazy, and I ended up betting $30 $40 down. So from $40, I bet $30. And then from there, I ended up winning. I got $60. And then let's just say things started multiplying. It got to the point where I made $100 and my friends were freaking out because they all ended up losing their money. So all my friends were around me as I was doing this and we were all freaking out playing together. And then I remember out of nowhere, there was a girl in the casino that saw me from across the table. It wasn't the dealer. It was just some random woman that I have no idea who it was. I remember she ended up seeing me and my friends freak out and she decided to walk over to our table. She walked over and decided to sit down at our table and saw how much we were betting. She saw we were making like, you know, $50 bets, $20 bets. And honestly, it got to the point where we even got a $300 win. And starting in the casino with $20 and then going up to $300 is mad insane. Like I said earlier though, don't gamble unless like, you know, it's money you're willing to lose. I should put that warning in this video. Going on though, I remember basically we kept gambling. I remember I just said, you know what, screw it. Let's do like another $100 bet. And we ended up doubling and making $600. It was insane. And at this point, this is where things got really crazy because knowing we basically had $700 in my pocket from just literally gambling 20. I remember the girl that was beside me ended up looking at me saying, oh, like you're winning a lot today, aren't you? Yeah, is what I said. And that's what my friends thought maybe I wanted to try to hit on this girl because they knew that I was always trying to do the devil's tango. So my friends ended up basically leaving me and I ended up getting sat on this table with this girl. Now, since I was getting distracted by this girl, I honestly decided to basically just put smaller bets in and not bet big because I didn't have my friends around me. And at that point, honestly, I was just kind of talking to her, telling her how I walked in with 20, you know, made a decent like almost $800 basically. And now I'm just vibing. I remember as like me and her were talking though, the dealer was just hearing everything that was being said. And it even got to the point where this woman decided to say, oh, like you're actually like really cute though, eh? You're a cute gambler. Thanks. I don't know what a cute gambler is, but apparently I was one. Going on though, I remember I was kind of like really awkwarded out because I didn't know what to say or what to do. To be honest, I was just mostly there to gamble. I wasn't really planning on doing the devil's tango. So like I said earlier, I just focused on gambling. I even texted my friends to say to come back and basically get this woman away from me. I remember though, none of my friends were answering their phones because for some reason, when you're in a casino, your phone's the last thing on your mind. And then I remember after I finished one more hand, I decided to basically leave and basically just, you know, plan to walk out with like $750. I remember the woman though that was like, you know, flirting with me. She ended up following me around the casino and it got to the point where she literally out of nowhere pushed me up against the wall and said, do you want to come into a room with me later? As she's like, you know, glazing her fingers up my chin. I remember I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, sure. What room? And then she ended up giving me her room key. And then she said, just to let you know, they have a tracking device on this, so I'm gonna know where you are, so you better come back and give me this key in my room. And basically ended up leaving. At that point, since she gave me her room key and me not knowing if there was a tracking device on it really freaked me out. So I did the thing that I had to do and I basically ended up telling my friends that I was just gonna go and find this woman just to give her back her key and leave. And that's what I did. I remember an hour went by and I've been walking around the casino and basically going to the hotel side of the casino and basically trying to find this woman. I walked around, I kept looking for this room, and then I found it. It was the room in the very end of the hall. I go to this room and I remember I ended up knocking on the door. When I knocked on the door, I remember she ended up answering the door in full lingerie saying, oh, like you made it. And then she ended up grabbing my wrist and pulling me in. From there, I remember me and her, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. At that point, I said, screw it. And I ended up doing the devil's tango. Cause like, let's be real here. Like, why not? So I remember I ended up doing it with her and me and her, we did it for like an hour straight. And it's funny because we ended up entering the casino at 8 o'clock and we ended up ending everything at like 12:30. I almost was debating on just staying the night at the casino with her, but honestly, I realized that this girl was 37 and it would have been really awkward to tell her that I was only 19. I don't know. In my mind, it would just be super weird. So I remember after we were done doing the devil's tango, I ended up getting up as she was passed out in the bed and basically started leaving. I left, I called my friends, and one of my friends ended up picking me up because he lived near the casino and he basically dropped me off home because I didn't drive. I remember when I got home though, I was just laying in bed thinking gambling is really not my thing until I started streaming it again. And also I am streaming live right now on Kick. So if you guys want to watch me gamble live, go to kick.com/Bubba. Anyways, like I always say, fall for more embarrassing but yet crazy stories. Peace out, guys.